Back. Former President Donald Trump is expected to face an arraignment on criminal charges in New York City. There are still a lot of questions this morning about what this historic indictment means for the former president. To break that down, USF Political Science professor James Taylor is joining us. Good morning to you.
Good morning.
Thank you for joining us this morning. So based on the former president's usual any publicity is good publicity kind of attitude, do you think he can turn this into an electoral asset?
That's a great question, Justin. And I think the answer to it is in New York City, no. In Hollywood, yes. In Hollywood, any publicity is good publicity. In New York City, it's not the same. It's a very different environment, very different political culture and legal culture. And for that reason, all publicity is not good publicity in New York City.
So we obviously know the indictment itself isn't disqualifying, at least it isn't legally speaking. So what are the consequences, if any, of the indictment and political trial as it relates to Trump's 2024 campaign?
Yeah, it really ends up coming down to whether or not he's able to dominate or control the narrative. He's lost in 2016 or had a split verdict in 2016, 2018, 2020, and 2022. So Donald Trump hasn't won anything outright except the night he won the presidency, but that was a split verdict. 2018, 2020, 2022 are all split. Donald Trump has not been strong since 2016. He's been viable, but now this indictment may weaken him politically going forward. Again, there are those who think that somehow he's going to fall upward. But again, we can look at history. There were two presidents arrested before, Franklin Riley Pierce and Ulysses S. Grant, right? It didn't have any impact on them politically. But then there were those who were impacted by political prosecutions, and that's called impeachment. And that's, of course, Andrew Jackson, Bill Clinton, and Donald Trump twice. And so Donald Trump and Bill Clinton are in the same camp when it comes to the political consequences of behavior. And now the question is, how will it affect their parties? The question is, can Donald Trump dominate the narrative about all of this? And he can't, because this is bigger than him. The judge is bigger than him. The news story is bigger than him. And the historical event is bigger than him.
Gotcha. Certainly time will tell. So given Trump's history of capitalizing on the outrage of his supporters, will it be easy to imagine that this indictment will not only become an applause as he makes appearances across the country, but could it also serve as a tool to boost fundraising for him?
Oh, yeah, he's already raised $8 million in one day. And Trump has been raising money all along since 2016, and his people know it. So I don't think that's the problem. He's going to raise money. The question is, what can he do with it? Can he run again? Is he going to endorse other candidates, or is he just going to sit and pay for his legal fees? Donald Trump is a master at raising money, right? At what some people call graft and drifting. But Donald Trump is also very capable of using that money to expand his influence. So the question is, what will his intentions be with the money? Again, this is a historic event. We have not had this experience before, even though two presidents were arrested. It was a minor traffic incidents and nothing serious. So again, people keep saying this is unprecedented. Two presidents in office in the White House were arrested, but again, for trivial matters. This, again, is a misdemeanor. There may be some felonies. There are over 30 charges. We don't know yet. Once these indictments are revealed, we're going to see what they say. And then I think the narrative will take a different turn, depending upon if there's some serious charges in these indictments.
Absolutely.
Like obstruction of justice, for example.
Absolutely. So we know today and the days, months, and even weeks to come could be telling. Thank you so much for joining us this morning. USF Political Science professor James Taylor. Again, thank you.